Good morning, all. Happy Friday. 55 degrees here in Pennsylvania. Quiet. Got back from New York about Sunday. And today I'm going to discuss relationships. It's probably you going like, relationships? What the hell? Yeah, relationships. So, lately this seems to be a trend. People are not happy with their relationships. They think if they move on to greener pastures, something's going to get better for them. We watched the I Don't Want Why Did I Get Married by Tyler Perry, 1 and 2. I like both. To be honest, they were very informative. You got 4 different relationships, 4 different situations, and relationships are hard. I don't care if you went to Harvard, went to psychology, studied all sorts of relationships. People are different, and relationships are hard. I know. I speak from experience. I was married, got divorced, and now, I'm with somebody now. Am I making? Do we have problems? Yeah, we do. We have problems because everybody has old habits. What are old habits? Well, old habits sometimes can wreck your relationship. If you had a habit of just when everything goes bad, you go running to somebody else, that's a bad habit. But when you're with somebody, you can't do that. You can't do that old habit. I think you should do things the right way and just work on the relationship or go your separate way, live your life, see if you want to go back or if you want to stay. Which I don't blame anybody. Break up with the person. Don't be with the person. Which I understand. But you know what? Sometimes people give up too easy. Sometimes people blame one person when it's not just one person, it's two. Two people make the relationship what it is, not one. So sometimes you have to give your all when there's problems. In a relationship, there's going to be problems. Everybody's different. Nobody's the same. You're not going to be the same as the person you're with. There's going to be differences. Me and my fiance are huge differences. Huge differences. She don't like the fact that I'm growing my hair. Okay, that's one instance. But I asked her, I said, listen, I said, you know what? Through all my life, I've never been able to grow my hair. I've always cut it, made it short. I like it long. So there's a compromise. I'm going to have her trim the sides, maybe the top a little bit, but not extreme. I'm not going short anymore. I want to have long hair. And we accepted it. She's fine with it. She don't like it, but you know what? I don't like you're not going to like everything what the other person is with you likes. So you compromise. You do this, you do that, you go somewhere like you usually don't go to. Fine. Then some resolve to cheating. Cheating is wrong. You should not cheat. I got cheated on a lot of times in my relationships, and was it my fault? Some of it was. But you want to know something? When you cheat, then the other person is wrong too. So the other person didn't take the time to talk to you and try to fix it. They just cheated. When you're married, I don't think that. I think that's kind of unacceptable. But, I can't say, if you split from the person and they're still married, they just haven't gotten a divorce, I'm not against that. And then, if they go back to that person, then, they go back. It can happen. Who knows? I got divorced. Me and my ex-wife were toxic. We were not good together. She's the mother of my children. I love her to death. I knew her since the 3rd grade. We were great. I loved her to death. But things just end. We weren't good as a couple. And we both made mistakes. We both screwed up. Now we're living our lives. I have my life. She has hers. I'm glad she's doing well. I mean, she struggles sometimes. So do I. But we have our lives. In a relationship, you need to give 150%. And people say it's only 100%. No, 150%. Because there's going to be times in that 100, that you're really not going to agree. You're going to yell at each other. There's going to be an argument. Like these couples that say, well, we never argue. 9 times out of 10, the one argument they do have later on in the future will end up in divorce, because the two of them are not going to be used to it. It's going to be like, forget it, I'm out, I'm not doing this. And they have had an argument before. I don't agree with not arguing. You're going to argue. Do you want kicking and screaming, punching? No. You're going to argue, you're going to disagree, you're going to not agree on subjects, which is what happens. You disagree on a subject. Fine. Relationships are like politics. You can't always please the person you're with. They might have a different opinion of what you have, and it could end up in an argument. It's going to. Is it going to? Yes, it is. I will bet 100% it will go into an argument. But how do you deal with that argument? I have learned when we start to argue, I just say, listen, we're not going to agree on this. We're arguing too much. We're yelling. Other times when you do keep going at it, yeah, there is. If it's really passionate and you're really strong on it, and the two of you are really headstrong about it, yes, you will absolutely keep going, and it will end up bad. I will tell you it will end up bad from experience. So, what do you do? What do you do? Well, you step back, you think. What were we arguing about, and why did we argue so intensely? So now you need to figure out, how do I get to that middle ground where I'm not going to fight like this with her again? It's hard to do. Sometimes if you're really headstrong, you're not going to. You're just going to be like, no, I'm right. You're not always right. Nobody is always right. In some instances, you could be wrong, and I'm going to be wrong. Human nature. We're not always right. If we were perfect, it'd be a very boring world. So, what do you do? In my experience with relationships, I've made a lot of mistakes. Granted, I've had a lot of stuff go on in the past 2 years where my mental status is not completely there. So sometimes I lose I'll say it, I lose my shit. I do. I lose my shit. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll wake up some mornings, like if I listen to a certain song, I'll start crying because, it'll remind me of one of our mothers or something about a parent, or just just stuff going on with your relationship. You just want to cry because you feel broke. I mean, so many different types of things. What do you do? I sit back, and she's an afternoon. She's a afternoon and evening person. So I wake up early, and I go on the computer. I'm trying to be a better Christian, so I go on the Bible app, the Bible app, and I look at passages to improve me. Because if I improve me, and I am comfortable with me and willing to make changes, then I'm making myself a better person for the person I'm with. That's what I'm doing. So that's me. For someone else, it could be like, you can go to the park, maybe walk a mile, 2 miles, do some thinking, make some choices, figure out what you want to do, and that'll clear your head and that'll be your way of doing it. Or you just take a drive. Right now, gas is expensive. I can't drive all over the place, so I take my morning meditation and I do what I have to make things better. And a lot of people need to start doing that. Step back. Don't be angry. It didn't work out. But don't put yourself in the same situation over and over again. You're going to slip. It's going to happen. I'm not here to blow sunshine up your ass and tell you, hey, you're always going to be happy. No, you're not always going to be happy. You're going to be damn near pissed sometimes. And you're going to want to just flip, which is a normal emotion if it's a bad time. So what do? Step back. Think about the other person, which is what I've been doing in my meditation. Think about the other person. Understand them. Understand yourself. Understand where you're going, and understand that you are going to try to be better next time. So next time it's not going to be an argument. It could be a discussion where, okay, you feel that way about that? Fine. And you're fine with it. Relationships are accepting each other's faults. If you can't accept each other's faults, there is no reason to continue the relationship. Because everyone has faults. And every relationship's not perfect. You're going to do things that are going to piss people off in your relationship. And you know what? They're going to do things to piss you off. That's just a fact of nature. You're going to do that. You're going to be pissed. You're going to get angry. You're going to get upset. All I can tell you is step back. Look at yourself from the outside in, from where you're at. Go to different pages. I went to a site that talked about how we lost a grand total. I lost a grand total of 5 people in 2 years. 6 because I lost my mother-in-law's dog, which in turn hurt because that was the only thing we had left of her. Our lives have been decimated in the past 2 years, and, it's been hard. And I read an article that said it's hard. It's going to happen. You're going to have emotion. There's some Christian writers that take care of this. There's some regular writers that take care of this. So, go your own way. Pick a book. Find an article. Figure something out. Why am I like this? What can I do to change this? Make a list of stuff that you're horrible at. I'm horrible at relationships. I am. I suck at them. I get complacent, I get comfortable, and, it's not good. I got to work on that. Am I going to fix it 100% right now? No, it might take a little time, but I'm working on making it better. I want to make it better. I don't want to move on to somebody else. I love the person I'm with. And I don't want to be with anybody else. So, my advice to everybody, step back, think about it, make a list. Don't get mad at each other. Don't curse each other. And especially if you have kids, because the kids lose out the most, not the parents. The kids are the victims. I know I regretted a lot of things I did with my ex-wife. I said a lot of things I shouldn't have said. And I regret it. I really regret it. It deeply hurt me that I said that to the mother of my children. I got to live with that. But we were both toxic to each other. So I'm sorry for what I did. She's sorry for what she did. But we both know it took a toll on how we feel about each other, and that we could be in a room together, but not for too long, because, to be honest, we don't want to be around each other anymore. It's like I can't talk to her anymore. She can't talk to me. Like, she was on my friends list for a while on Facebook. I took her off. Said we just can't be friends. Too much stuff happened, and to be honest, I want to make sure that our relationship stays good for our children's sake. And that's what I want to do. I live my life for my children. I have a granddaughter. I have 3 daughters. I have a granddaughter. I have 2 godsons. To be honest, in my life, I think about them. I think about how they sit there and they complete my life. They make me feel better. That's my base. That's my anchor, is my kids. So the kids are the ones that keep me going. As long as they're in my life, I'm fine. Because with everything that's been going on the past 2 years, my granddaughter, she's the best. My godsons, oh my God, the 2 of them, they really, we had my granddaughter here for a few days. Oh my God, the time with my granddaughter, with the photos, when the stuff we did, hanging out with her, she had her first amusement park experience. I forgot about all the problems I was having, which is good, because it took me away a little bit and made me think. It made me think about what was going on in my life. So here's my final thought. If you have a bad relationship, it ain't working out, don't be mad at each other. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. It's fine. But you have kids. Think about your kids. Make your kids be your base, and you don't want to hurt them because that's their father, or you don't want to hurt them because that's their mother. And love each other. Even if you're not together, just have a respect and a love for each other, that you're not going to disrespect her. She's not going to disrespect you. And talk about things. And a lot of people, and there's an 80-20 rule. And I found this out in the Madea movie. You got your 80%. You don't have your 20. So you take your 20 and you go get your 20. But you lost your 80. So grass isn't always greener on the other side. Your relationship is not going to be 100% perfect, but work on it. Work on it together. If it don't work out, work on when you break up, how you want to deal with things, and how you're going to co-parent or just be some sort of type of friend. So if you see each other out in public, even if you don't have kids, you're like, okay, how's everything going? It's going great. Awesome. That's what you work on. That's how you should be, to be better people. So I hope this was informative. I know I went on long, but these are unscripted. I don't write a script. I don't go fix my hair or go do my shave and everything to get everything look really good on video. I don't do this. I do this unscripted on a Friday. I think about what I have to say and I say it. Thank you for your time. And I hope that everybody's relationship, good or bad, no matter how it goes, love each other. Just love each other. It don't have to be a love where you're together. It could be a love where you just respect them as a friend and, you know, you want what's best for them like you would want what's best for the other person. Thank you for your time. And I hope I've helped. And have a great day and a blessed weekend. And signing off, and anything, leave a comment, subscribe. If this has helped you, let me know, because I would like to get some feedback. And no, I'm not here for Facebook recognition or likes or subscriptions, but I would like people to like and subscribe and maybe learn something, and maybe we could all learn something. So have a great day and a great weekend. God bless.